Hey there, I'm gonna be playing some Minecraft. There's this one world I really like, and you could tell, called it Heaven's Valley. I don't know, it's just something that I called it. I actually played on this world for a long time, but then my world got deleted for a reason I don't really want to talk about. Um, so I'm just gonna create this. This is a creative version of that world. I'm gonna create the new world. Just gonna call it Heaven's Valley. Um, and I'm just trying some stuff out. I don't know if this is going to be a series on YouTube or it's just going to be me messing around. Let me see if I actually get the seed here. More world options. What? Seed isn't there? Why isn't it there? Let me do that again. So I think it's recreate. And then we just call it, there we go. That's why there was a problem. Let me see. Yep, we got the seed and let us create. Now I like this world because there's this one place, there's this like mountain near a sea, and it just gave me this kind of wave of inspiration. And it's just some place that's like, oh my god, like I would love to live there if I was like some sort of nomad. Is auto jumping on? It is. Alright, let me just change some of these options. I have no idea what I'm doing, by the way. How do I turn on off auto jump? Ah, there we are. It's right there in my face. And got graphics fancy. I think all this is good. Are clouds on? Clouds are off. Nice. And then we got the music. Music's off. I just want to turn the music off just because it just keeps coming in while I'm talking. Might get a little bit annoying. I love the Minecraft music, but sometimes it comes in a little bit too much for my taste. I wish they had a setting where you can like change the frequency of it coming in and out. Like every hour or so would be good for me, but it just seems to come in way too much. So since this is 1.16, I don't. When I first created this world, this was like in like 111 or something. There's a few things that have changed, and I don't know where the mountain is, so it's going to be a little bit of an adventure for me trying to figure out where this mountain is. There's a nice nether portal over there, courtesy of the 1.16 update. So let's see what's over there. And I am like a total noob with this. I have no idea what I'm doing. I just put in my OBS software and I'm just recording randomly. My mic might be off or a billion things could be wrong. You could hear like a weird noise in the background. I have no idea. What happens if I step on this? Oh my gosh. Am I in creative? Oh my god. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. Let me do this one more time. Deleting this world. Going to create a new world. No, I'm going to recreate. I'm going to make it on survival. Difficulty hard. Cheats are off. Alright. This is what I wanted. Alright, the video officially starts now. Although the stuff I said earlier was kind of funny, so maybe I'll keep that in. Honestly have no idea what people talk about in commentary. I just like, do they just have a script or do they just say randomly what's on their mind? I think it's a little bit of a combination. I swear, if this is not the right place, I'm going to rage so hard. There was that bee over there, so I think this is the right seed. And there's another portal over there. Alright, so one thing I did last time is I relied too much on AFK fishing to get my enchantments. So it's going to be a bit of a struggle to get into the enchantments. One downside I just don't like about Minecraft is how you have to you always have to like grind for stuff. Does that make sense? You always have to dig for hours and hours and hours, and you have to put a podcast in while you're trying to dig this, like you're trying to make this excellent, like amazing thing. Um, yeah, I hope someone out there is getting something out of this series. I know there's like a tons of people out there that are doing like this that they could like build 10 times better than I can. I think I picked up a few things playing on my own, but I certainly have a ways to go. And I don't know if this is something I want to do for the rest of, well, it's not my career aspiration, if that makes sense. Ooh, I wonder what happens if I step on this. Ah, I burned. I knew it. Well, we got some nice items here. Got some iron nuggets. We got some flint. I'm going to take the flint. I'm going to take the hoe. Everything else is not good. One thing I'm going to definitely need is sheep, because I'm not crying in a hole for hours while the night's around. I'm just going to get a sheep, sear the sheep. Probably going to kill the sheep, unless I can make shears out of those golden nuggets. Then we could save the sheep. I've come into this world as an innocent little human, so maybe I just won't kill any. I'll play a series where I don't kill any animals or something like that. And I can't find the mountain anywhere, but I found some sheep at least, so we got some sheep. If there was some like iron on the surface, maybe I'd make some shears, but looks like I'm gonna have to kill some sheep. I don't wanna be cruel to animals, but we have to. That's the name of the game. That's how Notch designed it. I'm just chopping down a tree. I like the nice the recipe book that they added, and I like how it adds gives you the ability to like create whatever you want, or shows you the recipes. That's what I meant. Not create whatever you want. You can do that already, but lets you see what it costs to make things, and since they keep adding more and more new things, it's just so much more useful now. I'm just gonna create a wooden sword. I'm gonna whack some sheep with it. Alrighty. Man, I wish it. Alright, here we go. First kill of the Minecraft series. No, what? Oh, I thought I lost my sword for a second. There we go. We got one sheep. Doesn't it take, back in the day, it used to be that it didn't matter what color wool it was, but now it matters. Because the beds are colored now, so that stinks. I can have, I could have a gray sheep. I could have but, since it's not white, it's not gonna do for what we want. You know what would have been better if I dyed the sheep with these flowers? That would have been like a pro move. Unfortunately, I'm not as pro. At least there's like there's a white sheep in the distance there. I can imagine if like somehow someone packs into this single player world, has like infinite diamond armor and just slays me, just like while I'm using my wooden sword here. That would be very fun. One thing about OBS that I don't really like too much is that they don't really have a really good indicator on whether the camera's on or off. It's really like they do, but it's small. It's like you have to see this one button and it says say start or stop. Well, the thing about start and stop, the word start and stop, is that they both look similar to each other, and sometimes you could be recording a video and you didn't keep the button on, and then when you don't have the button on, you could have did like an hour video and then just realize I was off the entire time. And I hope this doesn't end up like that. That would not be fun. Alright, and I'll be right back. And I'm back. And there's this recording software I like to use. It's called, I think it's called, you know what's funny? When you're on camera, your mind just blanks for whatever reason. It just blanks and you don't know what to say. And it's like, God damn, I knew what it said before. I knew what it was, but now I don't. So, actually the recording software is DaVinci Pro. So I have this one called DaVinci Pro, and it's one of the more advanced editing softwares out there, but the problem is there's just so many problems with it. Like, for example, I have a Blue Yeti mic, and in order to hear, like, and it actually has a plug-in for your camera, or not your camera, your headphones. You just plug in your headphones and you can listen to YouTube or, you know, whatever you want to listen to. For some reason, the DaVinci Pro does not recognize that as like a valid input. So I actually have to take my, I have to plug out my earphones and put them into my computer directly, and that messes up with a lot of software settings. But then I can hear I can hear what's going on in DaVinci. Like if there's audio of me talking, I can hear it in DaVinci. But the thing is, I don't know how loud that is. It actually, I sound a lot softer, and it's relative to whatever. So I have to like guess how loud I'm talking. And sometimes when I import the video and make it MP3, and by that point I can go back to the Yeti mic and just listen to it normally. By that point it could by that point the audio could be like super loud, like my ears are bleeding because I thought that the audio was actually a lot quieter than it actually was. So there's just annoying things like that, and sometimes it just crashes for whatever reason, and sometimes when I ask for updates, it's like, oh, I have to download this new software. It doesn't do it within the application itself. You have to like download this new thing, and I don't know exactly how to do it. And there's not really that much community support. At least I don't know that much community support. And it's annoying because I'm like, oh, I just want to listen to YouTube, but I plugged my earphone straight into the computer, but I like it better on my Yeti mic. So I have to go back and forth. It's just so annoying. I really wish there was a better software out there that was either free or pretty cheap. Like maybe like I would be okay forking up like $20 a month or so. But it's always like Adobe's like 100, I think. It's like 100 a month. That's a lot. I have no idea where I'm going. I wanted to show you guys the nice mountain, and the huge view. But I cannot find my way through this place. But don't worry, once it becomes night, I'm just gonna like plop the bed down. Not going through that. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna go in the night with a wooden sword and a wooden axe. I'm just not doing it. I'm not going to survive very long. I wonder if like an expert PvP player could actually like do that though. If they could actually survive with a wooden sword and an axe, no armor. Alright, so I'm in the birch forest, so I think I went south. I actually want to go north. It's like that direction, I think. It's weird because of how the map has changed, but I sort of understand like where things are. Oh, come on. It's dark out already. You telling me it's not nighttime? I wanna sleep beyond the stars. Come on. This is my life now. Just click in a bed. Open that. Come on, baby. There we go. I'll just kind of a little bit nervous. It made me a little nervous, and now I'm starting to get hungry. At least I got some mutton from all those sheep. Oh man, a murder! I murdered 6 sheep. Now where was I going? I think that was the birch forest back there, and I think this is the way. This entire episode could just be me going in circles. Call it episode 1, going in circles. Accomplishing nothing, just like in real life. I feel a bit like Arya Stark. If anyone's seen the, I don't think they'd had in the TV show. They might have, but in the book, the Ice and Fire series, Game of Thrones. This was actually in Classic Kings. I was just saying Game of Thrones so like the people who watch the series understand what I'm talking about. So it's basically, she would go around with this wooden sword after she was taken by Yorin to go see the Night's Watch. Um, and she was just this little girl in the forest, and it just kind of reminds me of it. So that's the mountain I'm talking about. You know that's not the most appealing part of the mountain, that little crack over there, but that over there, that's where the beauty's at. Yeah, let's go up. Alrighty, there we are. That's what I was talking about. So I'm gonna put a nice big house over there, and I have no idea what it's gonna look like. Man, look at me. I got the default skin, and I just have a wooden sword, and I'm just... Man, I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing with this YouTube stuff. I don't know if this is gonna... I might just keep this in my room. I don't know. I don't know. Are you entertained? It amazes me how much money people make from just like talking in their camera and just doing stuff they love. Be nice to get some of that action, am I right? Alright, so I guess I'm gonna plan out how big this is gonna be. 1 second. Alright, so I'm back. You might hear a fan in the background. It is super hot where I live right now. We're in the middle of July, and it's crazy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm basically gonna make my base the foundation of my base very similar to like Wells Night from Hermitcraft. Have you guys ever seen that? Seen that series? I'd highly recommend it. Those people are very creative, and they're you know, really awesome and likable people. And they actually are people that I follow, and that's how I get better at the game. Honestly, you kind of just start by copying what other people do, and then you kind of make it your own. Eventually, I'm gonna make a shovel, wooden shovel. Maybe I should make these out of stone. I wish I could just jump right to iron, but I think you have to get an iron pickaxe before. I mean, you have to get a stone pickaxe before you jump to iron. So I could do that. I don't know. I'm just gonna use this wooden shovel. I have a bed. Don't worry about it. Yeah, so this is what I'm talking about, where Minecraft is really grindy. So, you know, I'm all for working for what you want, but part of me is just like, oh man, if I could really just clear this out without going into creative mode. I wish that there was like I wish that we had some sort of like automation in Minecraft, like something with redstone. Like we could create, I know some people have done that with like large contraptions and stuff, but like even like small ones, just like to clear something out. We'll have automation of the future, because part of me, like, you know, yeah, I could go into creative mode and I could create like these amazing stuff, but I just like the challenge of using the resources that you have to create like things. I just find that very like a lot of fun. The only thing I don't find fun is just doing this all the time, just like digging things. It's not that big of a deal now because this is just the base of a house. But like, let's say I want to make a huge cave. Like I've done that before. I actually made my last base. I actually made a cave right in the middle of this mountain. But that took so long, even with like a beacon. Once I discovered a beacon though, I'm like, oh my gosh, why did I not ever use this? I like, for the majority of the time, I did not know that beacons were that great, and I didn't know how to get one, or it just seemed crazy to me. It just seemed like something unachievable. When I finally got a beacon and I actually was starting to do it, I'm like, I'm not going back. But I don't know how I'm going to get a beacon this quickly in the series, or at all. Even if this isn't a series, I have no idea how I'm going to get in that quickly. Alright, I'm just going to upgrade my tools real quick. I wonder how people decide on YouTube, like, what they should keep in, what they should keep out in a series. Because sometimes there's a lot of repetitive things that I do, like doing this. And how do people know? I think maybe it's just trial and error. You can imagine that. You can do anything you set your mind to do. You just have to put in the work, put in the effort, and loving it helps. If you don't love something, it's never going to be very fun. That's why I'm doing this right now. Not sure if I'm going to love this or fall in love with this, but We'll see, we'll see. Hey, maybe this will be a lot of fun and I'll keep doing it whenever I get the time, but I never have time these days. That's a whole different story though. Wish there was like some sort of, man, I really want some like iron out of here. Out the side or somewhere would be nice. Those are dark areas, so I am like very poorly equipped to like deal with any monsters right now. I probably could take down one zombie, but if they start like crowding me, they usually do, it's not gonna be very fun. I want to cut down this tree over here. We got plenty. We got a nice selection of trees, so we're not gonna worry about deforestation anytime soon. We are definitely not at that point. But maybe not this one, because it's a big oak tree. And I'm like the kind of person who likes to just take all the oak, and with a tree like that, it takes a lot of work to like get all that wood, because it's just all, you have to climb the tree and you have to get all the wood there, and it's just really annoying. And I'm just gonna get this smaller one. And basically the reason I got the wood is because I want to make sticks for these tools. I only had one stick, so I just wanted to create a couple sticks. Man, it's like I'm doing all this stuff to upgrade my tools, and I can't even get that I'm getting distracted. I can't get my house off the ground. I don't know how some people in Hermitcraft, like, they get like stuff really quickly. Like they get full armor on like the second episode or whatever. I don't know how they do that. I'm just not that skilled. Oh yeah, also the shovel. That's also what I was for. And I'm just gonna plop my bed actually right across right here, just so you got some place to keep it. It's always nice to, it's nice to carry a bag with you, but now I'm just gonna be in this area, so no need to like go too crazy with it. Oh crap, it's coming late. No mobs, please. Still left in the day, must continue working. Taking a risk here. It could get too dark, and then it wouldn't let me go to sleep because there would be monsters nearby or whatever. There, I think we made it just in time. I bet you like some creeper or some like skeleton spawned somewhere. I'm surprised that nothing spawned like in that area. That area is the I could see like a huge tower like being built in that area. I think this is why this kind of area inspires me. There's this one nice little view. If I just go over here, there's a nice little view of the ocean. And when I generated this world earlier, there were it looked a little bit different. There was like more of a cliff size over here, but I think now there's an iceberg in its place. But the ocean is a lot larger, and I love this area. Like, you see how it kind of comes in. In the previous world, it looked a little bit more like like that hole in the mountain that you usually see in pirate coves or something like that. And I just thought, like, this mountain just really inspired me, and that's why I called it Heaven's Valley, even though it isn't even a valley. I plan to make it a valley. I'm just gonna carve up all this dirt somehow. Maybe when they invent Minecraft automation, they'll make this a lot easier for me, so I can make like a giant city in this area. I think that's one of my plan for this series, but I don't know. That might be a little bit too crazy. Who knows? Who knows? I had big aspirations sometimes when I'm in Minecraft, that what I want to build just it's so out of scope for what I'm capable of building. It's like this huge massive project that's going to take hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, and I just don't see it. I'm just like, oh, that would be amazing. I kind of get obsessed with it, and that's just a quirk of mine. So what I'm doing here is I'm just clearing up this land a little bit so that I have a flat space for this house. And I might cut most of this out. Maybe I'll keep the stuff where I'm like commenting like this. If I think that I said something pretty nice, I'll probably keep it in. I'm just kind of like carving this land up. I wonder what people usually do, like when they commentate on YouTube. Do they just say whatever's on their minds at this point, or do they just like remain quiet and like keep it as a time lapse? Do they keep things that they say? Do they keep them? Do they say those things, and then if they said something like kind of cool or kind of clever, they would keep it in their video, or do they? I have no idea what I'm doing. That's kind of how it starts, though. You kind of start without knowing what you're doing. What was that? I thought I heard a weird noise. That was strange. Might be a slime down there somewhere. Or maybe it's the llama. Maybe are you making that noise? Alright, so wish I had a water bucket. I really want some iron right now. And when did they know how to cut it off? When did they know, like, oh, okay, this is a good length? Because I think I'm going to shorten some parts of this video, and I'm going to, like, speed up some parts, like, cut some things out. I think that's something that Markiplier does. He was doing a series on Minecraft recently. Oh, you know what I can also use this cobblestone for? A furnace. I definitely need it. Forgot that I was hungry. Oh, how could I forget? How could I forget? Man, this is... You know what? This is a dangerous place to get cobblestone. Look at all those dark areas. Oh my god. You wanna know my secret fear? I hate Endermen. Endermen are the worst mob ever. I hate how they like pop in front of you and they scream and they want to take your soul. I hate that. If Endermen existed in real life, I don't know what I'd do. I'd probably hide in my bed forever and ever and ever. Just never come outside. Alright, we're about to make the furnace. Let's go, baby. Oh yeah, and also you can make I forget what they call it, but it's like this furnace you can make for cooking stuff. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna put it in here. I think you have to have 4 logs on each side or something like that. Man, forgotten how hard things were in the early game of Minecraft. How you have to like scrounge for survival. I wish I had iron right now. There's so many useful things you make with iron. I want to make a bucket so I can like clear all this grass, because I'm not clearing the grass by hand. That would be a pain, and I can't see everything. I know so the surface of this seed is actually intact. But below, the caves are a little bit different. And I was looking at this in a creative world earlier, and there's a lot of like mine shafts and like spawners and all that good stuff. So since it's different, like I can't go off of my memory. Oh, then we got some iron here. I don't hear any mobs. Let's go. We got 20 torches. And I got a wooden sword. I swear, a creeper's just gonna sneak up behind me and like blow me up. Excuse me, I just want... I don't hear anything. Let's keep it that way. Let's keep it that way. I hate... feel so nerved. So unnerved. The sun. The less I hear, the better. I'm just putting these torches down because there could be mobs anywhere. Like right there. Ah! Ow. And basically, the more light that I put in the cave, the more, when I go back down there, the more the farther away they're going to spawn. And because they're going to spawn farther away, that means that I'll have more of a distance from them when I'm trying to mine that ore. That sweet, sweet ore. I need this. I could make a wooden sword, but... I mean, I could make a more upgraded sword, but... I don't know. Just kind of want to get this done, over with. Oh, man. Come on. Really? I just want some iron. What's it take for a guy to get iron these days? Well, I'm probably gonna censor my swear words just in case. I know how, you know, how YouTube is with monetization and taking away your channel rights or whatever. I don't want to. Oh, come on, no. Okay, that's expected at least. Let me just run and get my stuff. At least it wasn't too far from where my spawn is. I got a, oh yeah, I forgot, I got a nice hoe. Got a nice, oh, I got no sword, I only have my fists. This is how real men play it. Roar! There we go. Got some nice arrows, and hopefully there's nothing scary is gonna come out from there. And that's you know, there's that we got that water stream that's protecting us. That's one thing you could do to protect yourself from mobs. Water streams help a little bit because it pushes them away if they try to come up here. Oh yeah, hold on. Bah, bah, bah. There we go. Got some nice ore. Let's get this. I don't know if the light level's high enough. Let's put a torch over here just in case. Just in case I missed any nice spots. And let's get some more. Wish you could fortune iron. No, I need that. Maybe I'll make an iron farm. One thing about iron farms that I just don't like is it kind of takes away the satisfaction of finding iron in caves and stuff like that. So like on the downside, like I hate doing that. I hate like trying to grind for stuff, but on the upside, sometimes you go caving, you find like this really nice cave, and it's kind of like found a really nice cave, and it's just there's this one time when I was trying to make a beacon. I didn't have an iron farm, so I just went iron wherever I could, and I found this nice cave system like super far away, where it just looked like it was like there was a mine shaft intersecting with a ravine and an ocean cave, and it just looked like a wither like exploded that place. So my headcanon was there was a wither battle from the old builders before I spawned into this world. They fought that wither down there, and that's how the cave got so messed up. Oh yeah, and let's make some nice iron. Got some sweet iron, so we're gonna make some nice iron stuff here. And I don't know how to make charcoal, so I'm just gonna use the wood planks. And I wish there was coal on the side here. Forget how you make charcoal. I've always relied on coal. Now, one of the upsides of this seed is I like how there's not that many caves jutting out. You know, it was nice in the early game when I was trying to find caves. It was just like right there, but kind of ruined the landscape a bit. And we're willing to go that extra mile just because willing to, you know, make up for it, even though it would have been useful in the early game if I just was a guy who lived in a cave, a hermit. Got a sword. Let's make a nice shovel right now. I need shovels. It's gonna be good. Eventually, I'm gonna need some place to store all my stuff. And ooh, we're one iron short of making a bucket. A bucket would be nice right now. So once I make a bucket, I'm gonna take water from there. And okay. It'd also be nice to have a shield too. Why? Why do you make this so difficult? I was hoping to at least get to the base of my house before. Oh, man. I hate it when the cave opens up like this. Oh my god, there's a freaking spider down there. Wish I had a bow right now. A bow would be nice. Good news is I got a spider, and oh, I have no idea what time of day it is. Oh my god! If it becomes night, man, I should have brought my bed with me. Oh, there's a bat. Okay, at least this cave looks clear for now. Oh. I think mobs don't spawn for like a certain amount of distance, so I'm just gonna take these and run. Alright, and it's daytime. I have survived the cave. And I wish I had... Oh, man. How do you make charcoal? No, don't tell me. You can't respond. You can only respond after this video is made. I think it's like wood or something. I'm gonna chop down this tree. I don't care. I'm not gonna chop down the whole thing. I'm just gonna leave it like this. Whatever. I'll get it later. Alright, and now I'm going to make some nice... Just going to check if my video is on. Is it on? It is. Thank goodness. What was I going to make? Oh yeah, I was going to make charcoal. The book should tell me what to do. Charcoal? I'm going to make charcoal. Make a campfire at least. Oh, I don't have enough. What can I make? Let me see. One thing I wish they had is some search feature. Oh, okay. Alright, you know what? I give up. I'm gonna look it up. Looks like you need coal to make charcoal. Or you need wood and wood. Is it worth it at that point? I don't know. But stop making a campfire. Alright, nice. You know what? I'm just gonna use these logs here. Use what you got. That's how you work. I'm just gonna chop this tree in the meantime. Maybe, you know, be a little bit more kinder. Do my duty. Finish what I started. What's annoying about trees is you have to get every single wood for the leaves to fade away. It's annoying. Nice. Do we have anything else I can cook right now? No. I mean, maybe that. I don't know if it's gonna last. Alright, now I'm gonna make the bucket. Alright, so I just decided to speed the section up a bit. I'm just getting some water to form the foundation for my base. Just clearing up the grass here real quick. Like the last one, I decided to speed this section up, and it was a little bit longer than the cutting down the tree, so I just decided to have commentary instead. Good news, I actually found a better recording software than DaVinci Resolve. It was actually Blender 2.8. It has some pretty good recording software, and I'm surprised it is a modeling tool and an animation tool. I didn't expect it to be one of the best free recording softwares I've found, and I'd recommend it to anybody if you just want something free, if you don't want something like Premiere Pro where you have to play a certain thing a month. So my time is almost up. I'm going to end it here. So now I got this pretty nice open field. I think this is good enough to like start building. I might be off a little bit 2 centimeters. What I'm going to do is I'm going to build something and I'm going to just figure it out as I go. Like I'm probably going to use Wells Knight's the foundation of Wells Knight's base. He has an episode, his first episode. He goes into the foundation of his base. I'm probably going to use that base as a base, and then I'm going to add features that I would like in the house on my own. So that's just sort of how I end up making something unique. Sometimes you just trying to start with doing something that someone else has done before, and you kind of make it your own. And let me see if I can find a birch tree because he uses birch. I think I also want to use birch. I think birch is nice. So he also uses bone blocks and uses bone blocks and concrete, I think. And one of the quirks of my building style is I just don't like it to build stuff that's flammable. I'm doing that right now. I might change the floor to like stone. I don't like things that can easily be broken. Like something that's flammable or something that like I don't like it when people use dry stone or dry or wet not not wet concrete. Is it wet concrete? Yeah. Wet concrete. I don't like it when people use wet concrete. Like they don't pour water on it first in their buildings. I think it looks nice, but something I don't like is that someone could just pour a bucket on your creation and then they would just ruin it because you decided to use it in the dry block. So that's sort of like how I like to merge the game the game of Minecraft and also the other things of Minecraft just into one. I into the games of Minecraft and the art of Minecraft into one. And you know those things might look ugly now, but I can always take them down if I want. Do like a little project. Hey, maybe I'll make a boat canal or something in the Nether. Or maybe I'll use them for something else. They're really good. I think ice is pretty good for they're very good for like item streams. And I haven't messed around with item streams yet. But I think that would be pretty cool to like do something like that. Man, my short attention span got to me. I wanted to get some seeds, birch seeds, because there's not that many birch trees around here. Oh yeah, I have two. Two. Can we get a little bit more? Where is that tree I chopped down? I mean, two is pretty good. We got some bones, so to make some bone meal. Make these pretty quickly, and then we got some nice little birch. When it comes to Wells Knight also uses sand in his build, and I'm just going to use the environment. I'm probably going to start making it out of wood first, like maybe the walls out of wood, until I find a more permanent block. We'll go do it in steps. And I think he has it like, I think that's about 14 long, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11? Maybe 11 would be better. Is his odd or even? Odd or even? So 11's odd. It's one thing about Minecraft. It does affect your shelters. You know, your builds in some extent. Do you want to go odd or even? And sometimes that can affect the designs you can make in the floor and stuff like that. When you're building your builds, this is something that you should keep in mind. I don't know how large I want this. Let me see. Boom, boom. Maybe around here. Around here, maybe. Just kind of feeling this out. I have no artistic plan or anything. I'm just kind of. There's this one other YouTuber I like to watch. Her name is Pearlescent Moon, and she does stuff like more in creative but it does give me some inspiration like for survival as well. Oh, by the way, I'm running out of food. I used to have an AFK fishing farm, and I just would like AFK all the time, and I'd have tons and tons and tons of fish. So I would just never think about food ever. But now I gotta think about it. Maybe I should make some carrots or something, like some sort of farmland. Man, should just call this episode "Being Sidetracked While Trying to Make a House," because it's just like, oh, okay, I could have this, I could have that, and then I don't get to the building the house because I have to like do all this other stuff. I think that's a lot of the gameplay in Minecraft, and it doesn't really annoy me too much. I don't know. I was just like, I had a plan of what I was gonna do, and now I don't. Minecraft is it's hard to make plans in Minecraft because things go wrong. Sometimes things don't, always go how you expect it. What I'm gonna try and do, I really wish I had carrots or like something. I don't remember how you can get them. I think sometimes zombies drop them. If you're not next to a village, it's a little bit tricky to get those items. And I wish that like Nether portal had like a carrot or something useful for me. Now I have to make wheat. Wheat, you can make bread with wheat, but it's not like the best thing in the world. I'm thinking that I want to like farmland over here. So let me just. I don't know if I want this close to the house though. Oh no! Stop! Don't do that. Dad. I really don't think this is going to grow fast enough. I'm going to have to kill some more animals, unfortunately. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I need to survive. Well, it's getting dark out. Let me pass some birch trees. Let me just plant some birch trees over here. I'm going to need some more of them soon. And, kind of dark. Oh, come on. I don't remember the first house I made being this long and arduous. Oh my gosh. Alright, so I decided to speed this part up too. I was going a little crazy building this house, so I'm probably going to make my video shorter in the future. I don't really know how people get the energy to just build these houses like you see on some of the Minecraft YouTubers, where they have these like time lapses that are like 8 hours long. That just kind of blows my mind, and you probably could see my exhaustion when I'm done. Just how exhausted I am making this video. I just kept going and going and going, and maybe I should have stopped like a little bit halfway doing this. I just wanted to get the house finished, but it ended up going away way longer than I actually wanted it to go. I'm not sure how I'm going to balance this Minecraft series in my schedule. Part of that was part of the reason why this took so long. I started this in the like middle of July, and now it's like the end of August. Getting the Blender editing tools and everything like that. But another thing was that I wasn't sure if I wanted to put this Let's Play series on this channel. This channel was really reserved for like my poems and this drawing tutorial series that never really got off the ground. Actually, even for drawings falling out of the wayside for me, it makes me sad because I want to draw more. That's one of my favorite hobbies. So my hobbies, I love to write stories and draw, but I also am doing a part-time job on the side. I'm going to an online animation school, and it's just becoming like way too much sometimes. And I feel like I'm just kind of trying to discover myself and figure out what I want to do. Sometimes it's a little bit daunting at first because I have my hand in all these pockets, and it just feels like I'm just flailing sometimes and just not figuring out where I want to go or what I want to do. It's like I like so many things, but I don't know what things to do or what things to keep or drop. Uh, but I think like I'm in my 20s right now, so I think this is really the time for discovery. Maybe that, and also high school. I feel like I'm living how I wanted to in high school, where you're trying to figure out where you want to go, and you go to a college and you do a major that you want. Sometimes life isn't as straightforward as that, unfortunately. I think if I wanted to do anything, I'd probably want to do writing. And for a long time, I thought like, yes, this is what I'm going to be. I'm going to be like the next George R. R. Martin or whatever. But I realized how much more difficult that is and how much of a daunting task that is. I actually share my stories on Wattpad and I share them with other writers. And I've gotten feedback and I've actually even seen stories that were like incredible. And I want to go be at that level one day. But I realize that you have to work at it. You have to do it all the time and you have to just keep perfecting your craft. And writing's just like anything else. But it's going to take a long time to get there. So in the meantime, I got to do something to support myself. And there are all these other things I want to do, but I'm not really sure I want to if it's going to be the path for me. So anyway, my time is basically up, and I'm going to continue on. Just planting trees, and I'm trying to get them to grow. Oh my gosh. You know what? I'm probably just going to cut it off once I get to a certain point in this build. I'm just going to build this little square here, and then once I'm done, I'll cut off here. This will probably be like the first steps. And I'll just call this episode First Steps or something. I'm not sure. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing right. Just waiting for trees to grow, and I have no bone meal, so I'm just trying to like get a house together. Oh my gosh, I wonder. I want to know how they do it. How do they get the energy to like do this? Like make a whole house in like one video. That's just crazy. Oh, we got a birch growing. Got one growing. And the early game in Minecraft is very arduous and painful process here. Well, not painful really. I think maybe it's just I feel a little bit nervous on camera. I'm like, I need things done 24/7. We're always gonna have things. I don't know. I'm starting to get some more energy back. Ooh, you know what? Let me just pull out some of the dimensions here. This is probably where I'm going to keep. Maybe this will be where I keep the library of the stuff. Like maybe over here. Wells Knight has like a similar like injunction in his house. Maybe I'll make it a little bit different just to make mine stand out. I'm eyeballing what his thing looks like. So, you know, I didn't eyeball the dimensions, at least the width dimensions here, but maybe everything else I'll eyeball. I don't know. I know that when this all comes together, like things like, oh, I wish it was a little bit higher, or I wish it was a little bit longer, like that's gonna be a pain. Thinking like it goes a little bit that way. Oh, it's getting super dark. I'm probably gonna have to go caving soon. I go into some caves, try to get some iron, give me some nice iron gear. And sometimes I don't like to rush it. Sometimes I like to like just get get a nice build out there. And sometimes I don't like to have all these like fancy farms and stuff, because sometimes like with the iron farm, like I feel like part of it ruins the fun of Minecraft. Or at least doesn't ruin it, but I wish you would have some sort of iron farm that it doesn't generate that fast. Oh. Got some unwelcome visitors here. Man, I hate these guys. And early game, I have no chance. I have no chance against these dudes. I'm just going to keep my distance and hope that they don't come this way. When I was doing this world last, I actually captured a few and I put them in a prison. And I actually think the new Blackstone would be great for that. And maybe I'll make that cave again, because I do remember how it looks. Unfortunately, you know, the previous file that I used, it was kind of corrupted beyond repair. So I'm just gonna go off of my memory, and that was like my base for such a long time. I think I know how it looks. It's pretty easy to me because I've been in there so long. And hopefully when I go over here to get this more birchwood, these guys are going to despawn. back there. Alright, no pillagers in sight. You know, when I was having an underground pace, villagers were not a problem for me. They became a problem for me once I made an outpost in the desert. Because there's a desert not too far from here, and I would use the nether to get there. It's hard from here if you don't use the nether. Let's just say that. But they would come in all the time when I was trying to make my base, and I'm just like, guys, stop. Just stop. But they wouldn't. They wouldn't listen to me. I think they have something against me. I don't know what it is. I think it's because my head is square and theirs is rectangle. That's it. I'm gonna make this. I'm also gonna have a little bit of a back way this way. Sometimes some people, they would design it out a little bit in creative, and they'd have like emerald blocks and like iron blocks and stuff, just like to design out. And I like to draw, so that's very similar to how you would draw something in like with pen and paper. It's just kind of like sculpting in 3D. It's like a three-dimensional drawing of what you're trying to make. And I think I could probably do that if I really felt motivated to. Maybe I'll save that. Maybe I'll do that sometime. I'll design my stuff in creative before I do it in survival, because I love the freedom of creative, but I also love the resources and like finding a way to make your buildings useful. That happens with survival is that you have to. It's not only that you make something pretty, nice and pretty, but you have to make it so that it's useful to you in the game. And that's just something that I enjoy doing a lot. I don't know, some people might not like that as much, and that's why they do creative. And kudos to them. I just really like that. That kind of. In some ways, I hate the grind, but I like the grind, if that makes sense. Alright, so I think this is a pretty good stopping point. I'm probably going to do the rest of the base later. It's just that it's taking way longer than I thought it would take. So anyway, if you like this video, consider giving it a like or subscribing to the channel. Hopefully, depending on how this is, or depending on how I feel, honestly, it might just be how I feel. I might revisit this series again, but I kind of had fun, so maybe I'll do some more of these. So anyway, hope you guys have a good day, and see you later.